1 in 3 women are now considering leaving their jobs as they realize the 9-to-5 office grind, it's just not for them. Let's bring in our local financial professional, Chris Massenburg from Open Air Advisors, joining us this morning to share some money moves to make before making this big life decision. Good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well. All right, so let's talk about the reason why. Why are more women now considering leaving the workforce, leaving that 9-to-5?
Well, a recent report came out that said that 42% of women are feeling overwhelmed and burnout in their jobs. In this report, they also found that during the pandemic, women were taking over most of the housework still, and that was really affecting them. And also childcare. Last year was tough for all of us, but having people learn virtually at home made it even tougher for everybody. So I think that plays a big factor in this report.
All right, so I'm sure you've been talking to your clients who are women, and how are you advising them? I mean, what should we do, or how should we prepare our finances before saying goodbye?
Yeah, so great question. This is part of my job that I would say I have the most fun with, is when people come to me and say, hey, Chris, I want to retire. What do I need to do, or how can I do that? So the first thing you want to do when I sit down with folks is we want to examine that monthly cash flow. So what do I mean by that is putting down pen to paper, going through a budget, figuring out exactly how much income you have coming in, and then sit down and write everything that's going out. And just by knowing those two things, it's going to alleviate a lot of that stress going into retirement. So you want to write down things like utilities, car insurance, cell phone bills, mortgage if you still have it. And at the end of the day, if that number going out is bigger than the number coming in, you got to figure out where to trim some fat. And by doing that, again, it's going to alleviate a lot of that stress going forward. The second thing is you want to increase emergency savings. So don't leave your job or think about leaving your job until you have at least 6 to 12 months worth of emergency funds set aside. An emergency is just what it sounds like. 6 to 12, checking your savings set aside that you can go get your hands on immediately if an unknown expense comes up or unprepared for expense comes up, like a hospital bill, car repair, any medical bills, things like that. You want to have that money set aside.
Exactly.
And then the third thing is you want to evaluate. So if you have a 401k, everyone knows your contributions go in. And then if you...
Are we losing you on the Zoom situation?
So if...
Oh, can you hear me? All right, let's go over that third one really quick here. Evaluate your retirement vesting schedule.
Yeah, sorry. Correct. So you want to evaluate your vesting schedule, and then depending on how long you've been with the employer, determines whether you can take that money with you when you leave. So their match. Some employers, it's 100% right away. Some of you got to be there for 3 years, and others I've seen you have to be there for 5 years before you can walk away 100% with that vesting schedule. So we like to work with folks, and if you don't know whether you're fully vested or not, we work with folks to help you prepare for that. We'll sit down and go through your plan if you have one already, and if you don't, we can help you make one. We have some of these tools available on our website at openairadvisors.com as well, so you can go there, and that'll be a good resource for you. And then the last thing is don't take on new debt right before retirement. That's not a great idea.
I have everything noted right here.
Yeah, don't go out and buy new homes, new RVs.
Thank you so much for waking up early with us and sharing that insight. Thank you for joining us this morning.